He's been in tennis and basketball and soccer, and he's worked with multiple sports. He does have a background in tennis. He's a senior contributor to Sports Ed TV. He's an author. He's written some fantastic books. You should definitely check them out. You could see him holding one of them up. Really, really good stuff. I'm going to let you just take it from here and run with it, Bill.
So I'm really honored to be here with you speaking. And like I said, Heather, something happened since the last time that you and I talked. And you might notice, you might be wondering, why am I going to take a visual training class from a guy with one eye? The thing that happened is that I bought some eye patches later, because eye patches are really a great way to train your eyes. But excuse me for trying to be a little bit shocking there, but we're going to start with this quote, right? And this is something that you hear all the time. Watch the ball. Keep your eye on the ball, right? Said every coach and parent ever. What we're going to do is we're going to break down some of the things that really are more effective for people to be saying on the sporting field, on the court, at the range. There are a lot of different places that people play, but it's really important to realize that those two things, watch the ball and keep your eye on the ball, are actually not really all that helpful. And so we're going to talk about some of the things that will give you a hidden advantage that other people might not even realize can help them to see the ball better, make better decisions, react better, catch the ball better, hit the ball more cleanly, know what they want to do more quickly. Maybe the preeminent expert on visual training in the world did a study and has now tested 100,000 athletes and found that no two of them have the same strengths and weaknesses in their visual abilities. So some people are pure dextral, other people are cross dextral. People have different levels of visual acuity, different levels of health of the physical plant of their eyes. Each person has unique experiences that they draw from that make them confident or anxious, or a lot of different emotions in between. And so those experiences have color your vision of how you accept or don't accept certain conditions, right? And so that's why your teammate, when you say, do you see a certain thing, sometimes they don't, and it makes you wonder why they don't, because they see things differently than you. So then there's another piece that's very interesting, and it's the fact that we all have different perspectives. One thing I did want to mention is that I am a senior contributor to Sports Ed TV. It's the largest sports education website in the world right now. It's getting 1 million hits a day. So go ahead and check out Sports Ed TV. There are a lot of really great coaches, world-class level, former professional players who are also into coaching now. And then also, I am part of the leadership group of the Winning Summit. And basically what that is, that's coming up in September. And it's going to be a 4-day event that deals with how to be a winner, and how to take your sports experience and turn it into life skills that will make you more successful throughout your life. And then also there's going to be a day on parenting. So it's something you might want to have your parents come take a look at, so that they can do a better job of parenting you, because it's the only job in the world done by amateurs. If we look at the elephant there, the elephant in the room is a euphemism for things not everybody talks about. So these are 5 different people, 6 that have blindfolds on. And so they're feeling the elephant from their own perspective, right? So the one holds the tail and says it's a rope, right? And the one down below is holding the leg and he says it's a tree. And I'm not going to read all of those. You can read them yourself. But each person has their own unique perspective of what they see. So there's a great story of Lute Olson, who's a legendary basketball coach. And he'd run his practices, and things would be going a certain way, and then he would blow the whistle and everybody knew that they needed to stop right where they were. So that was his big thing. He'd blow the whistle, freeze, right? And then he said, Steve, what do you see? And then Steve stopped and looked, and he said, oh, if I had seen that Mike was cutting, we could have had an easy basket. So that's a part of visual training, is simply the understanding that you want to develop that awareness. And that's great coaching, because Lute let Steve figure it out on his own. So the more you can be proactive with what you're seeing, and the better your coaches can facilitate that, then the more successful you're going to be. So a lot of it has to do with perspective.